Alright, hey everybody, this is One of Wisdom. This will be part 12-2 of our Training Plus playthrough. We just completed the first installment in part 12, which was the beginner level of Skateboard Arena. We're going to come in now and do Advanced, which is actually my favorite. Bear in mind, I have not played this since I started the playthrough, in all honesty. So I might be a little bit rusty on it. Have 4 started in the past, gotten some pretty decent scores. Try skateboarding with the Wii balance board. This tests your balance and agility. Again, you need the balance board, you want it sideways. Another small problem for me is that I'm not centered with the TV. I'm offset for the simple fact my headset cord isn't long enough. I'm so really close to my desk right now, but the way I had it on beginner, I didn't have any issue with the headset wanting to pull off when I pushed off to accelerate or anything. So I don't envision it being an issue here either. It's just sometimes it's nice to be centered with the TV, you know, but we'll make the most of it, see what happens. Again, this is my personal favorite of the skateboarding, you know, segments. Now, there's times, I mean, like an extra 3 feet on this cord for the headset would just be awesome, you know. But this one, you don't have like the beginner tutorials. I mean, it graduates from simple, like it is here at the start, to more advanced, and then you put it all together. We actually wind up jumping up onto concrete. You'll see what I'm talking about, like starting in part 4 or 5. There's 8 parts this time, if I remember right. And again, if you hit a cone, it's a 1-point penalty. Oh, I thought we stopped at 8. That's why I didn't hit that one. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought 8 is all we had to have. So I lost about 2 seconds because of that. But sometimes on this one, there's a part, if I keep enough speed, you actually land on the ramp, which is kind of cool. I don't know that I'll do it since I haven't played in a while. And there's other times I like crash into a gate. Right there is where I hit the ramp, which is kind of cool. Okay, the headset is kind of, I'm getting more into this one, and it's kind of pulling a little bit. This one, it's real easy to get off, and if you do, you can lose like 4 or 5 seconds. And the other thing, catching air is cool, but it's also not conducive to a good time. So keep that in mind. There's little trade-offs all the time. This one, sometimes I nail these platforms when I grind, and sometimes I miss them. Sometimes I just go over the top and get 2. So you just have to make the most of what you do, you know. Like right there, we blew it. Okay, and we missed that one. Primarily because my headset's wanting to come off. What that does when you miss those, right now I'd be done if I'd hit them, you know. Let me scoot the board back even closer to my desk because this headset's starting to pull now. You know, this might be one where I should... This one ticks me off. Sometimes I hit the wall and have to go back. Just like that. And it's really unexplainable because I have the same starting line technique every time. And we don't have as much speed built up, and somehow you're able to jump it, so... But this is actually pretty freaking awesome. I had a ton of trouble with this one when I first started. You know, just like getting across all the platforms. But once you play it enough, I mean, it's just like second nature. So again, this one I think some people kind of do a cheat where instead of starting forward, you just turn around. I've never done that, so I'm not going to start now, but it would actually probably be pretty helpful. And it's technically not cheating, you know, it's just taking advantage of the course layout, I guess. But if you ever look and you think, man, I'm getting really good at this, and then you go look at the scores and there's someone like 20 seconds quicker than you, that is why. Okay, this one you can get into a rut like I did at the start and right there, and you lose points. You don't lose points, you just don't get them. That's what I'm trying to convey. There's like a fine line. You're either hopping across them, getting 1 point, or you're going down too low, not doing well, or you're nailing it. And you know, I did a little bit of each one there, but this one you can pick and choose your routes. I honestly don't remember mine now. Okay, I think this is what I started doing. Which each person's going to be different, but this is what I found was pretty good. Okay, we finally land a rail, which is nice. At least you know it's possible outside of beginner. And if I would have done that in part 4, we'd probably have another 15 seconds or so. Okay, now part 8 is the final. Where it is critical is at the top. You have to actually jump from end to end. And hopefully I'll nail this my first time for you. Kind of show you what I'm talking about. Sometimes you get 9 points on these, sometimes you get 2. You know, the starting section. Crap. Like I said, you know, 9 to 2 is basically the range on them. And it's really not worth turning around and going back for, if you wonder. And we grind that one. Now this one, the way I do it is screw that, because I'm more interested in nailing this. If you fall off, it's not good. You know, I passed up 2 points to advance, basically. There's a bonus one for you right there. That's not a horrible score, it's not a great one. Part 4, where we missed the rails the 3 times, which usually you have 2 chances, but when you miss them, it'll drag over. That was a disappointment. And then part 6 on the half pipe portion, I can usually hit that one where I get 3 points every sequence, and it's actually quicker than going through and getting 4 on each one, or just, you know, getting 1 by hopping straight across. Which, unfortunately, depending on your point of entry, that's going to dictate what, you know, you wind up doing there. But anyway, we got 160 for clearing all 8 stages. We had 124 seconds left. And no, when I first started playing, that didn't happen. When I first started playing, if you got past like 5, I mean, I thought I was just, you know, setting the world on fire, you know, so you start to wonder if it's even possible to complete it, and then you just keep practicing and figure stuff out and tweak your style, and eventually get to the point where you can finish it. You know, just a little bit that I missed, you know, we could have had like 8 to 15 seconds in my opinion, you know, is basically what we lost. So consider this like a 290 to a 299 if we could have just done a little bit better. And then part 5, there's really no rhyme or reason to that one. I understand the others, but I mean, I pedal off the same number of times, I swerve the same to pick up speed, and then sometimes you jump and you land on the surface, and other times your initial jump puts you square into the wall, so you lose quite a bit of time right there too. But that was good for 8th place for me personally. As you can see, I have played this one a lot just because of such the narrow spread between like 10th and 1st. My personal best is a 298. So again, if everything would have gone perfect on this, we would have seen our score somewhere in that range. Problem is, it rarely does all go together perfect, so we had a 284. But nonetheless, I really like this one. Let's check the stats here. 4 minutes, 13 calories. Again, there are times, depending on how far you advance on this, you could spend like 8 to 9 minutes, I think. You know, like say you get to part 8 and then it all just falls apart or something. So keep that in mind if you go fairly quick like I do, you know, like 3 to 5-ish. Probably 4 at the best, you know, but still it's a pretty decent workout. It's a lot of fun, and myself personally, I really enjoyed playing it and trying to get better, you know, so it's something you can take a lot of pride in as you figure out, just like Rhythm Parade, you know, if you're into that. But you know, which at some point I'll 4-star it, but you know, whatever. This wraps up part 12-2 of our Training Plus playthrough. We just tackled the Skateboard Arena, and of course you want to stay hydrated, as they tell us. I'm not going outside, it's midnight, but you know. Yeah, though, any questions or comments you can ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. I am on Twitter, did make a Facebook page. You're welcome to follow and like there if you so choose to. Twitter will probably have more updates, just it's easier to log in and use, you know. But like I said, questions, comments, I will do my absolute best to help you out. And thanks for watching, and I will catch you here in the Skateboard Arena for our free ride.